I'll take left.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How you guys doing? I hope the summer has been good to you so far. But as far as I'm concerned, like many of the other summers before, it's been way too fast. It just seems that the summers are just flying by faster and faster. And I hate to be a downer, but I, I I can't even look at the remaining few weeks left before the fall hits and September hits. Um, but like I said, welcome to another video. I am actually going to do things a little bit different for this video, just to change it up. I'm going to put the gameplay in the background, but also give you some of the background on what happened the day before and that particular day. Um, Recently, I went old school and actually picked up this wonderful Smart Parts shocker locally, which I picked up for a pretty good price. So, you know me, I'm up for learning on different markers, whether it be new or old, and giving different markers a try, just so I can say that I had experience with it. So this is my very first shocker, and I was really looking forward to using it on the field. So the night before Friday, I actually went ahead and broke it down, changed the O-rings in the drivetrain as well as the regulator, changed the O-rings, lubed it up, and made sure it was working, no leaks or anything. But by that time it was ready, like around 11 o'clock at night. So the best I could do was dry fire it a few times, and that seemed to go pretty well. I went through the board, checked the settings, made sure it was back to stock. When I got it, it was on PSP, and I wanted to change it to semi, so that kind of helped me get familiar with how the board worked. So the next day I got up a little bit later than usual. I took my time. Usually I would get there pretty early, like around 10 o'clock. But like in the other video, not too many people showed up yet, so I decided to take my time and I actually left like around 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. It was just a lazy morning, just hanging out with the family and just enjoying the morning. But anyway, on my way to the field, I managed to get a flat tire on the highway, which was no big deal. I try not to get mad about little stuff, but fortunately I managed to get off to the side and into a parking lot of a hotel and change the tire there. So I got the tools out, jacked up the car, and when I loosened the lug nuts, and when it came to pull the tire off, it was stuck. It was really stuck. I kicked it, I did whatever I could, I pulled it. I actually almost well, I'll tell you about my back later. But anyway, yeah, I was worried about hurting my back again because it wasn't feeling 100%. But anyway, I ended up calling AAA and waited another 30 minutes for the guy to come. And, he showed me a trick which was good in releasing, or if you find yourself out there with a flat tire and you couldn't release. But he took the spare tire and banged it against the tire. So that would be a good trick for you guys out there if you ever find yourself with a flat tire and can't get the tire out with just your bare hands. But unfortunately that one didn't work. It wasn't until he actually took a rubber mallet, he had me turn the wheel to one side and banged it from the other side, that actually loosened the tire. And as soon as that got out, he installed the donut for me, and I was off to the field, and that was around noon already. So I busted this out, I connected it to my tank, my hopper. I was really looking forward to using it. I get to the chrono, and all it was doing was puffing. And I checked the dwell. I actually increased it by about 3 more milliseconds. So about, what was that, 20 plus 3, 29 clicks above the absolute minimum. and it was still puffing. Under normal circumstances, if I got there in the field early enough, I would have taken the time to try and figure out what's wrong. So as soon as it puffed, I spent maybe 5 minutes trying to figure out what's wrong. It just kept on puffing. I changed tanks. The battery was new. It was still doing that. So, you know, I basically gave up on it. I didn't use it for the day, which was kind of a bummer. But now on Sunday, the day after, I re-lubed the drivetrain. I changed the lube to I don't know, I forgot what it was, but the first one was monkey poo, which I've had really good success with many markers. But I changed it to actually, was it slick honey or something like that? And just before this video, I was firing quite a few shots, and it was pretty consistent at 280, 285. So I'm looking forward to using this out in the field, and actually, I'm really impressed by this thing. It's pretty smooth. You know, basically what many of the shocker owners have said about the gun, and you know, even it's no wonder that even that the private label or the more hard to find frames and bodies is still going for about $200, $250, $300. But right now it's stock on the inside, stock board. The only things I had added from spare parts that I've had with the Ion was the clamping feed neck and the grips. It came with the regular stock black grips, but I had these Empire grips, and I like it because it's a little bit it's thinner, and it seems to be a better grip for me. I'm either thinking of keeping the trigger and adding magnetic tension on the frame because it had springs, and I took that out for a lighter pull. But I think I might do that, or look around for an aftermarket trigger, preferably critical. And I slapped on this cam drive that I have as a spare that I've used with some of the markers that I've had, like the mark that I had recently, and a couple of others, just because, you know, I'm not a fan of the macro fittings digging my wrist on each side, on either side. Yeah. So I like to keep one of these handy for when I'm working on a couple of markers. But thank you for listening to my rant. Hopefully you enjoyed it, or kept you entertained, as well as maybe even using the tip that I just shared regarding the flat tire and change the tire. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'll continue to make comments throughout this video on some of the gameplay that I've had. Alright, thanks. No, I guess I'll go. Are you going left? Yeah. I guess I'll go right.
Alright, game starts in 10 seconds!
Can't shoot. Hey Alex, how many to the right?
What?
How many on the right?
Right? None. Need the left side. Right's clear. Go left. Only watch the left side.
Good game.
You too.
Yep.